Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective. I know it's been a long time since I've been on here. I've been contemplating. I've been about to be killed by a dog. Oh, jeez. You hit like a truck. But there has been an incredible amount of negativity out there. And I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. Video after video, I'm still looking at the news all the time. I'm not getting out here quite as often as I should. Maybe partly to keep the morale up, because I think people are losing their faith, losing hope, and I think that's a mistake. But real quick, I just want to let you know Lisa is hanging in there. She spends a lot of time sleeping, but she finished her second round of radiation a while back. She's still in her immunotherapy. Goes in on the 15th for her next one. They're now 15 days apart, so it's not quite as brutal as it was, but she's got a long way to go, and we're getting her out and doing fun things when we can do that. And when she needs to sleep, she sleeps, and then when she's up, we eat, we do whatever. So I mean, we're developing a routine at this point, and working around her schedule for her need to sleep, and so everything is going as can be expected at this point. You know, no surprises, no deterioration, just a lot of sleeping, but that's part of a body's healing process. So anyway, so she's doing good, and the prayers are appreciated. I think you guys know that by now, that from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for that. You're an unbelievable group of people, and I love you all for that. All right, so now, going to this negativity, I'm constantly hearing, we're losing our rights to do this. We're losing our rights to do that. They're going to come and take our guns. Well, here's a reality check for you. You can't lose something if you don't give it away. So if you've made up in your mind that you're going to give away those rights because they said they're taking them, then that's really your issue, not theirs. All of the threats right now from Biden, talking about he's going to executive order this and that and the other thing. Just remember, executive orders are toilet paper to a non-compliant society. And yes, even the executive orders from Donald J. Trump are garbage. A president cannot write law, so they are edicts. And if you choose not to obey the executive order, there's really nothing they can do about it, except for maybe hire some of their boot thugs with the badges on that are going way beyond their call of duty to harass people and do the bidding of the deep state, which is going to come back and cause a problem as well. But this idea, oh, we're going to lose our guns. Are we? Really? Are you going to go, oh, well, shucks, they just made an executive order. I'm going to have to tote my guns down there to the sheriff's office, turn them in. No, I don't think so. So you haven't lost anything that you're not willing to give away. And that's the bottom line here. Quit thinking that you're losing anything. Because if you decide not to obey, there's really nothing they can do about it. You can be defiant. You can choose to say no. Just like these passports that they're talking about for the the pecker. But they can't do that. They can tell you they can, and you can choose to obey, but they can't. The Constitution is strong in this one. You cannot disrupt the free flow of commerce. Yes, folks, it's in the Constitution. And guess what happens when they say, oh, you can't shop here without your your prick passport. They're disrupting the free flow of commerce. Maybe not to that store. The store's taking their own loss. That's their problem. But what they are doing is that wholesaler, that manufacturer that's down here at the beginning, that sells it to the wholesaler sells it to the retail store is supposed to sell it to the public. Well, if you are the retail store and you are not allowing it to be sold to the public, then you are disrupting the free flow of commerce between that wholesaler and the purchaser at the other end. So you can't do it. A store can pull this garbage, oh, well, it's a private business, but you can't, as a store, do anything unconstitutional. It doesn't work that way. So what we have to do is we have to find lawyers that we can get them to get off their ass and quit following the laws of the Queen and start following the Constitution. We could sue places into oblivion. And believe me, I'm guaranteeing you there's some of those lawyers out there that are ready to fight for us. There are conservative lawyers. There are some aggressive lawyers that are willing to stick up for the people that love this country. So you just have to find them. And then you got to start suing the shit out of people. Because if you haven't realized one thing, money is king. If you threaten with your dollar bill, then there's nothing they can do about it, because they're not going to put themselves in a position where they're going to lose their money. Come on. So anyway, Ron DeSantis here in Florida just signed an executive order stating that there will be no enforcement of these passports. Again, executive orders are equivalent to butt wipe. So what you need to do, if you live in Florida, you need to call your state representatives and you need to tell them that they need to put that in a bill, that they need to put it through the House, put it through the Senate, and get that son of a bitch signed by the governor. Then it's law. The executive order is only enforceable by the people who choose to obey it. So the companies will say, oh, we're not going to listen to the governor. We don't have to listen to him. That's just an executive order. It doesn't matter. Well, we can do the same thing on every other executive order that has ever been written. But you have to choose to disobey. You have to learn to say no. If they want to push it, you got to learn the laws. You can be... If you are being confronted by a police officer who is doing things unconstitutionally, you can be respectful or not. That's your choice. There's really nothing they can do about it if you tell them to kiss your ass. Even though you're complying, you can tell them you can bite my haunch. I don't care. So you can be as civilized or as agitated as you want to be. But what you need to do is you need to get badge numbers. You need to get names. Got to get car numbers. You got to write the details down of the encounter. And you need to be prepared to find a frothing at the mouth attorney who is itching to get that first bite of success. And then you start suing the shit out of people. If we start using our dollar and using our minds, we'll win this crap. So damn all the negativity. Just pull up your bootstraps and decide that you will not obey. Now, I've made it very clear that the only place that I wear a mask is in the hospital, because Lisa's going through cancer treatment, and frankly, everybody that I'm exposed to in the oncology department is very susceptible to even the most simple viruses, colds, whatever. They could be in bad shape if they get exposed to stuff. So in the logical sense of the thing, I find that reasonable to cover up my hacking yakking on all that when I'm around people that are brittle. But anywhere else, you will not see me in a mask. Somebody tells me to put a mask on, the finger goes in the air, I tell them to kiss my ass, or I tell them something less appropriate, and I continue with my business because I can, and there's nothing they can do about it. So when everybody gets that attitude and you become a free person again, you have to free yourself in your mind. You have to remember that you're a free person and that the only reason you have chains on you is because you put them on. The government cannot take your freedom. You can only voluntarily give it to them. So get in this fight, defy these orders, demand your rights that you have inherited by God, and don't give them away. Just don't give them away. Keep your stuff. Nobody's going to take it. And here's the other piece of advice. You got a county sheriff that was elected into office. His phone should be absolutely lit up with concerned people from your area, in your county, and tell them that this will not be tolerated. You're an elected official. If these laws start getting enforced, shit, take yourself out there and run against him. Just let them know that their position is only because of the authorization of the governed. We the people. That's the only reason they're in that position. So tell them, you start enforcing this crap, we will get you out of there quick. And if your cops enforce it, then we will be suing your department continuously, endlessly, and relentlessly. So you can be nice. So far we can still be nice, but they need to understand that their power is limited by the governed, by we the people. Tell them you will not comply. So anyway, that's what I got. I just had to get out here and dress up some of this negativity and some of this submission and some of the discouraged people that think we're done and it's over and, you know, we've just lost everything. Shit, I ain't lost nothing because I didn't give it to nobody. So y'all have to do what you want to do, but you got to get in your mind that you're going to be in this fight. So anyway, make sure if you like the channel, tell your friends about me. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the dislike button if you didn't like it. But just hit something, shit. Anyway, much love to you all. Stay in the fight.